What up, what up, what up, what up? How you guys doing? Maybe in 1 minute. Yep, 1 minute's up. I'm here. Hey, what's up, guys? Awesome to see you guys and being on live here with you. Gonna be making money. LeVar Ball is a marketing genius. You know he does everything that he does is like for a purpose. But anyways, you guys digging this new background? Let me know if you're digging the background. Shout out to my wife Haiti. She they actually got this background for her YouTube channel. So you guys should check out her channel, Real World Spanish Lessons. If you're looking to learn Spanish, she's got a video called Spanish While You Sleep. You play it while you sleep so you can learn Spanish. But let's get into how to help you guys out, and how I can help you guys improve in your game. So the main thing I want to really talk about with you guys, and I want to help you guys as much individually as I can. So this isn't going to be just me talking and giving you tips, but definitely is going to be a lot of that. So anyone watching the replay, there's going to be a lot of tips to help you out. And also, I apologize in advance if my voice starts going because I've got a cold, of course, go figure right now. So hopefully I'm not coughing too much and stuff like that. But I want to help you guys with figuring out what you need to know as far as how to improve your handles. And when I said that in the title, I'm talking about you specifically. Like everybody's different, right? Everyone's got a different goal, and everyone has a different place where they're at, right? So it's kind of like the best way I could explain it is you could have a map. But if you don't know where you are and you don't know where you want to end up, you're going to have a hard time getting there. Same thing in basketball. If you don't know exactly where it is you're trying to go, and if you don't know exactly where you're at right now, it's really hard to figure that out. Now, I can help you guys only so much while we're on this Facebook Live because I can tell you maybe how to get to where you want to go, but I don't know where you're at. So if that's something you're looking to do, you might want to look into trying to get into my superstar handle sessions. That's something I'm super picky about who gets in, but most people don't know this, but I'm actually having 2 sessions this year. Only the 3 people that have got in so far know about the second group of sessions. But if you guys want to know more about that, you have to be on my email list. I'll be emailing about it again next week to try to figure out people that would want to get in. So let's talk about those specifically, what you need to do to improve for your game. So the first thing I would say is look at what you need to improve the most in your game. And what I mean by that is, do you need to improve your shooting? Do you need to improve your stamina? Do you need to improve your ball control, your footwork? What's the thing that you need to improve, and hit that thing hard? Now, I'm not saying to just skip doing everything else, but I would put like 75% of your focus into that one thing. I need to improve everything, says Motion. So what I would do is I would start with a base, right? Start with just one thing. For me, I would say, I'm probably biased, but work on your handles, because your handles are going to allow you to do a lot of different things on the court. It'll make shooting feel easier. You'll be able to pass. You'll be able to catch. You'll be able to create off the dribble. And you'll be able to get close to the rim for easy layups. So that's why I always tell players, like, handles is like the best thing you can work on, because it's the glue that puts all the other skills on offense together, and it makes everything on offense feel a lot easier. So if you're just getting started with playing, that's the thing I would work on, is your ball control. But again, if you aren't just getting started, I would say, and you don't need to improve everything, figure out the one thing it is that you need to improve, okay? So what else do we got? I need to improve my layups, and I love your vids. Thanks, GB16IDK, I don't know. So to improve your layups, first of all, I got a bunch of videos on my channel. Watch those. I walk you through step-by-step how to do different layups, and a lot of it from there is just repping it out, right? Repping out doing the layups slow, making sure you get the footwork right. That's one thing a lot of players that I work with and they're getting started, I say, hey, you got to slow down, because they rush into it and they'll mess up their footwork, or they'll mess up the ball positioning, or they'll miss the layup. You need to slow down when you're getting started and rep it out. Get comfortable with getting the steps right, doing everything right, and gradually increase the speed. That's pretty much any skill in basketball, except for maybe shooting. You can't really slow down your three-point shot, but even then, I would recommend starting with some form shooting closer to the hoop. So layups is the same thing, though. Slow down, get in repetitions, and just be consistent with it, right? Working on the different layups you want to improve. Start with your basics, like your regular layup, overhand, underhand layups, maybe a reverse layup, and get comfortable with those. And then from there, you can start to expand, all right? What else we got? I need to improve how to improve the behind the back. Great question. I've got like 3 videos on my channel. Actually, I always say in the beginning of my videos now, if there's anything you guys want to improve on, make sure you search my channel, and if I don't have a video on it, leave me a comment. I say that at the beginning of every video, and I always get people leaving me comments for stuff I've got like 5 videos on. Behind the back's one of them. I've got like 4 videos on how to master behind the back. I got drills for it, tips, secrets, techniques. So as far as what you should do to get better at that in your practice, put those videos to work, right? The videos are there for you guys. So if you're ever looking to improve in anything in your game, just search Get Handles Basketball in the YouTube search bar, and whatever it is the thing you're looking to improve, put that in and you'll find something. I almost guarantee it, all right? Mid-range shot is not consistent. How can I score more mid-range shots? So again, slow down. One thing I see with a lot of players is, and the thing that most players don't think about, is it's usually their footwork that's messing up that mid-range shot, because their footwork's not consistent. They don't have a good rhythm, and the footwork is what allows them to have the rhythm. Footwork allows you to get the shot off quicker, and it allows you to get your body more aligned so you can have a more accurate and more powerful shot and a quicker shot. So I would start focusing on your footwork. I got a couple videos on that again for how to improve your jump shots. So search my channel. Again, rep it out, rep it out, rep it out. That's all it really comes down to, is getting those reps in, making sure you're getting that footwork right, and making sure the upper body form is consistent, of course. But getting the footwork right will get the lower body aligned, and I think you'll find everything else coming up the body will follow. All right. Tips for shorty, says Unknown Guy. Great question, man. I'm actually thinking about doing a video on this. So if you guys want a video on how short players can play better, I'm like short player moves, let me know. Say short players, and if I get a bunch of comments in the chat here, I'll leave you guys a video. I'll make one for you. But as far as tips I got off the top of my head for you, first of all, play in the space where the tall players aren't comfortable, right? So they're going to play up here, try to block your shots, all that stuff, right? But you actually have an advantage being lower than them. So I would dribble low, use lots of bounce passes, see if you can use your quickness, right? Because a lot of times the short players are going to have an advantage because typically they're quicker than other players. And just by playing in that lower space, it's a lot harder for players to stay with you, right? So I would recommend, playing in that space, working on moves that take advantage of that. So more rapid fire, quick combos off the dribble. Again, bounce passes, floaters are good for your shots. Anything with a high arcing, quick type shot is going to be great for you. And work on that jump shot, right? Work on and your outside range, right? Because the more you have that ability to make shots from far away, then the defender has to play you tight, and now you can use your quickness to your advantage and beat them, right? So they'd really have no way of winning. That's why I always tell players, like, your height matters, but it doesn't really matter if you're really skilled. That's why Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving are able to kill dudes on the court. Kemba Walker too, right? Because they can shoot, but then if the defender plays them too tight, they can blow by them because they've developed their skills, and then they're using their speed to their advantage. All right? Keep talking. I'm taking notes. You know what, man? Tips on conditioning. Literally just had a video last week. Use that workout. It's like a Tabata workout with some full court layups at the end. Great workout. It's a 20, with the full court layups, it'll probably be about a 25 to 30 minute workout. You do that thing 3 to 4 times a week for 2 weeks, you will be outrunning everyone on the court. It'll be crazy. Like, it's hard. It's going to be a hard workout. You'll be tired in your muscles, breathing heavy, all that stuff. But I guarantee you do that, you're going to get some crazy stamina in your muscles, in your chest, right? As far as your ability to breathe and have that cardiovascular endurance. And you'll be able to outrun a lot of the competition. How to become a point guard, says Jamari Pai, I think. I think I said your name right. It just scrolled up and I couldn't see the whole thing. How to be a good point guard. So there's certain skills you want to develop, right? And this all, again, comes back to practice, how you practice. You would want to work on your passing, your court vision, your reactions, and of course, within all that, your ball handling and your shooting. Especially, though, for a point guard, I would really focus on the ball handling and the passing because you're supposed to be the court general, right? So you want to make sure that you're seeing the whole court, number one, so keeping your head up when you're dribbling, working on your reactions also with that, so some tennis ball drills could be good for that, and then also working on your ability to drive to the basket and penetrate, working on moves and combos to allow you to get into the lane, right, some setup moves to beat your defender, and then also, of course, working on that passing off the dribble and also not off the dribble, but, if you don't have a teammate you can work with, you could just always work on passing off the wall. I have a program called Dropping Dimes that is only available at certain special times that I usually bring it out, and it's usually only $1. But you can only get that, again, if you guys are on my email list. So if you guys aren't on my email list, hop on there, grab one of my free workouts, and that'll put you on the email list. And then if I got one of these programs coming out, you guys can grab it. That's the only way to find out about those. So that should help you guys a lot. How do you control your speed when driving and step backs? Controlling your speed is a great question. So I'm not sure if you're talking about just, slowing down and getting in control or having that change of speed. If you're talking about getting yourself under control though for like step backs and things like that, and you already have speed in place, you want to make sure to get that control that you're working on a couple things. Number one, your balance. So drills where you're working on one leg, just balancing on one leg and maybe like passing the ball off the wall or to a partner. About to lose my voice here 1 second. Gotta get a drink. Sorry about that. Things on one leg will help provide your body balance and control. Also work on your core, so your abs, your obliques, which is your sides, and your back, your whole back. That's all important. And you also want to work on your overall strength, right? So things like squats, deadlifts, lunges. Any strength exercises for your legs on top of your core, and then balance work, that will really help you be more in control. So, when you're changing speeds into a step back or something like that, you'll have a better chance of making those shots. So hopefully that helps you out. How can I improve my handles fast? I don't know who said it, but go to gethandles.com/defender-destroyer. Get that workout, put it to use. It'll help you improve your handles fast, and then I'll also be emailing you some more tips and things to help you improve your handles fast, some secrets and things like that. But that's there for you guys to help you improve quickly. Also, all the stuff I have on my YouTube channel. I mean, I put tons of stuff on my YouTube channel. That's all there to help you improve fast, right? Giving you the details that you need for your moves so you can get them down more quickly. Obviously, that makes you improve faster, right? If you can get a move down quickly. Giving you the drills, right? Giving you tips and secrets to make everything you do off the dribble better. Following all that stuff, you guys, is huge, okay? How to make three-point shots off the dribble left-handed. It's the same, left or right. The only thing's different is your shooting side. I typically teach my players, you want your shooting side foot a little bit slightly forward. I know a lot of coaches tell you to square your feet up, but if you watch the best NBA shooters, they typically have their shooting side foot slightly forward. So if you're a lefty off the dribble, try to work on getting that left foot planted a little bit more forward. For your three-pointers off the dribble, work on getting the ball gathered quickly. That's the other thing is some players, they'll kind of hang out with the ball in the hand, and then at the last second, they'll put their hand on the ball and try to quick get the shot up. Gather the ball more quickly. You'll get the shot off more quickly and more accurately. So get both hands on the ball in shooting position as quick as you can. And all those tips apply for righties. You just flip things around, right foot more forward. That's the only thing that would be any different. How to change from center to small forward. Great question, Ubang Etim. I think I said your name right. I probably messed it up pretty bad, the pronunciation. But small forward is a cool position. I really like the small forward because it's versatile, right? Usually those guys are athletic. They're long. And they're usually big enough that they can bang in the paint. So if you're a center, you should probably have that aspect down, right? So you already know kind of that side of things of being able to bang in the paint a little bit and block shots, rebound, all that stuff. So you need to develop the other side that the small forward has, which is kind of some of those guard skills, right? So working on your speed, your athleticism, you probably want to get your conditioning up a little bit more. And also, of course, what else goes with a guard? Ball handling, shooting, passing, right? Work on those skills, get those down. And, once your coach recognizes that you have those attributes, he'll start to maybe give you that option. He or she will give you that option to play more of that position. But you got to first demonstrate that you have what it takes to play that position, right? I've heard a lot of players saying, well, I want to play this position, but my coach won't give me a chance. And really, it's not, the coach might have you pigeonholed there just because you're tall, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to show to them that you've got what it takes to bring everything to the table that position needs, that you want to play. So, yeah. Oh, hold on. Brian Scalabrini, the GOAT Scalabrini. Dude, you comment on all my videos, so I have to see what you had to say. I just love your profile pic, too. How can I get a stronger upper body without strength? I think you mean strength training, strength exercises. So you can get a stronger upper body by, doing body weight exercises, push-ups, right? push-ups, inverted rows. Check out the workout I just had like a week or two ago on how to get endless stamina. There's actually great exercises in there for your upper back. Pull-ups, inverted rows. You can go under a table and kind of lay down under a table and pull yourself up like that for your upper back as well. There's different variations of push-ups. So if you're getting really strong with 2 hand push-ups, you could try to change your hand positions to wide, closer together, more overhead, or you could even try to go all the way up to doing just 1 hand push-ups. Okay, so those are some things that help. Please, where to focus on the rim for shooting. Bill, I've covered this in like 40 videos, but I've got you. You guys, I'm serious. Like, watch every one of my videos. I got so many tips in there that are like hidden gems that you guys aren't seeing. I've said this in at least 3 videos though, but here's the tip, Bill. Focus on the middle link. So you know where like the net hooks up to the rim. There's those little links where the net hooks up through the little loops. Wherever you are, the one right in the middle. I say the back of the rim. Some people prefer the front of the rim, but pick that link and aim for that. Don't aim for the whole rim, because if you miss the whole rim, what did you miss? The shot. But if you miss the little link, you still got a pretty good chance of making that shot, right? It's like if you're playing darts, you aim for the bullseye, or you're shooting a bow and arrow, you aim for the bullseye. And if you miss, you're still probably going to hit the big target. But if you're just aiming for the big target and you miss, you don't get anything, right? So that's the big tip I give everyone. That's what you should aim for. Pick a link in the middle of the rim, and either in the front or the back. And players I train with know this. I just say it when they're shooting. If they're missing shots, I'm like, pick a link. Pick a link. Because the thing I found with players that makes the biggest difference in their ability to make shots is how quickly they get their eyes on the rim. Big tip for you guys. So the footwork, like I talked about before, that's probably the second biggest tip. But the first is picking that link and getting your eyes locked in on it early. A lot of players don't even look up into the rim until they're already raising up in their shot, and they don't have enough time to really focus in on that link. So that's the big tip I got for all you guys, is pick a link. Focus on it early. That'll help your shot tremendously quickly. How can I get my daughter's left hand better with dribbling to boost her confidence? Thanks, Sir Julius. Crazy Legs. That's a cool name, too. That's an old, like, B-boy legend. Also, there's a move called the Crazy Legs in basketball. But anyways, left hand. So I got 2 or 3 videos now on drills to help improve your left hand. Make sure your daughter checks that out. Also, I got a program called Ace Hand, gethandles.com/ace-hand, maybe dash description after that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but that program's built completely to help players improve their weak hand and get that mentality on their hand of thinking of as a weak and thinking of as being strong. But yeah, I recommend just getting in lots of reps, getting out of your comfort zone. I feel like the problem with a lot of players is they just stick with doing regular basic dribbles, but they don't work on doing them anything outside that, right? Anything more complicated to build that confidence and to give them more options into it. Also, just working on some go-to moves, repping them out all the way to the basket or all the way into the jump shots is huge. And with full speed, of course. And then working on the finishes to the weekend side, that actually really ties into the dribbling. And you might be thinking like, well, why would that matter with improving my daughter's ball handling with her left hand? I'll tell you why right now. Mentally, in the back of her mind, whether she realizes it or not, she is probably subconsciously hesitant to drive to that left hand because she knows if she gets to the rim, she can't make the layup, right? So because of that, a lot of players won't even drive to that hand because they're afraid about missing the layup. So they don't even start that first move. So she might have a decent left hand dribbling, but it never takes advantage of it because she can't make the layup, if that makes sense. So that's the big tip I also got is making working on the layups full speed. So good thing you could do, again, is working on a little bit more advanced moves, full speed, all the way to the rim, and then making the layup. All right. What else we got? Why do I finish better with my left hand when I'm a righty? That's a crazy question, but I've heard of this before. And I actually I broke my wrist, my left wrist. I don't know. I broke one of them twice and one of them once. So I had to like shoot with my right hand. I'm a lefty for at least one time, maybe 2, depending which one I broke twice. Don't remember. But, and I was working on my jump shots with my right hand. And I found I had a crazy soft touch. And I don't know what it is. I just think it's maybe because you're not naturally as strong with that hand. And the same thing would probably apply with your layups, that you probably just get a softer touch off the backboard. The way I usually see players miss layups is long because they're hitting the backboard too hard. hard. So I'm guessing the reason you're making them more with your left hand is because you just got a softer touch with that right hand, if I could guess. So maybe, you know, next time you practice, see if that's what the case is, if you're missing long or far, or too far to the left side if you're doing your right hand layups. And if that's the case, then all you got to do is ease up in your layups. That's just a big tip in general, though, that I give players. Like, if you're missing layups, all you really need to do usually is just start paying attention to how you're missing. Are you missing long? Are you missing short? Are you missing left? Are you missing right? And usually you're always missing the same way. So just by paying attention to it, you'll start to figure, oh yeah, I'm always missing long. And it's really easy to figure out how to fix it. Now you just like, I just got to let go of the ball a little softer. But you have to pay attention first to start making those layups. So hopefully that helps. Someone just left a comment about layups again. All those tips I just gave you should help you again. Pay attention to all that stuff. Navy SEAL, how can I get better at my behind the back dribble? Watch the replay of this video. I kind of talked about that already, but I got a ton of videos on how to improve your behind the back. Big tip I can give you guys, I'm going to have another video coming soon on how to improve your behind the back drills and tips and secrets to get better at it. But the big thing I see with young players, especially, or players that are new to the behind the back, is they always try to dribble the ball real soft. And then they have to look for the basketball when it comes behind their back. That's too slow, number one. And number two, you have to look to see where the basketball is a lot longer, right? Sometimes if you even watch the best NBA players where they're wrapping the ball more forward on their behind the back, they'll look for the ball for a second, but it's real quick. And if they're doing more of their flat back, they don't have to look at all. The reason is they're pushing that ball hard. And they get in the habit of pushing it hard, so then boom, they know where it's going to end up with the second hand. They got it off of feel. They don't have to look at the basketball. So one of the big things that I can give you is to give some force to the basketball. Really practice repping it out, putting some power, pounding that dribble behind the back. Don't be afraid to lose the basketball. Go next to a wall if you have to. So if you lose the ball, it bounces off the wall, it comes right back to you, and you don't have to go chasing the ball all day, and you can keep getting reps and getting that behind the back down. But that's the big thing, is making sure you're putting some good force behind the basketball and repping it out until it becomes comfortable, becomes habit. That's the big thing I got. How do you perfect spin moves towards the basket? Got like 3 videos on this on YouTube. Again, search my channel. Got another one of those coming too, with tips on how to perfect the spin move, drills to perfect it, game situations to use it and not use it. But as far as how to, a couple tips I can give you off the top of my head. To drive to the basket, you got to make sure you're using it in the right game situations, right? So if you're going to do the spin move, typically I tell players, especially the one where you're going to dribble and continue dribbling, if you're gathering and then picking up the basketball for a layup, you can do it more in traffic. But if you're doing it in a high traffic situation and you're going to try to continue to dribble, I would say don't use the spin move. Figure out a different move to use, because your body's turning and you can't really see what's happening. And defenders have all this area when you're moving the ball in a circle, times that they can swipe at the ball and steal it from you, right? So first of all, make sure there's space from help defense so that you can get past your defender with it. The second big thing is make sure you're tight, close to your defender. Spin move is a great move when you're right next to your defender, but it's a terrible move when you're far from your defender. So one thing you should do in your practice, since this is supposed to be all about what you can do to improve your practice on this live stream, is work on getting close to a cone or setting something up on the court and working on that spacing, setting up the spin move and then going into the spin move real tight to that cone, and then trying to get your eyes turned back around forward to the rim as quick as you can so you can see what's going on and then read your next best option. Another good thing you could do is put like a second cone a little bit further from that first cone to kind of give yourself that, you know, second defender to kind of have to deal with and react to and make another move out of the spin move. So that should help you. How can I have a quality practice? That's a great question. So it really, again, it depends on what you need to improve. If you're trying to get faster, you're not going to want to do what you typically think, which most people think I should be really tired and I should be just drained after my practice. If you're trying to improve speed and power, you need to get more rest in. And even if you're trying to improve the speed of your handles or the speed of your footwork or your vertical jump, things like that, give yourself more rest in between sets and repetitions so you can get maximum power, and you need more rest in between your workouts. Okay, but if you're trying to work more on endurance, conditioning, or just trying to develop a new move or a skill, I would recommend repping it out like crazy. Make your workouts a little bit longer. Make sure you're doing quality reps though too, that you're executing things the right way and the way things are happening with your entire body, head to toe, are the way you intend them to happen, right? Not that you're just kind of flailing around and moving and doing the same move a little bit different every time. You want to try to get that ability to be precise with your whole body and have everything being doing exactly what it is that you're trying to make it do, so you have control over every single joint of your body. That kind of level of detail and focus takes a while to get down, but it's well worth it, and you'll get a lot more control over the basketball. You'll be more controlled in games, and you'll have a lot more mastery over what you can do. So, hopefully that tip helps you out. I'm going to stick around for about 2 more minutes, you guys. My voice is just going, and I can tell a big coughing fit's coming from this cold. Okay, a couple of people want to know how to practice passing by yourself. Baller to the max. Earlier in the last stream, I talked about how to improve your point guard skill. So watch the replay because I already covered it. For the people that saw it already, I don't want to go over it all again. As far as how to improve your passing, though, using a wall, right? There's a lot of drills you can do, and just working on your different types of passes off the wall, chest pass. I'll probably have a video coming on this soon. And I also got a video on how to do some flashier passes coming soon because I had someone request that. I just filmed that the other day. But working on your different passes off a wall, especially though if you can get a partner or some sort of a moving target, maybe rolling a basketball down the court and trying to hit it with another basketball, can take it next level. Because in the games, in game situations, you got to be able to read the movement of a defender, right? A wall doesn't really move. Or what you could do is move yourself, right, and try to hit a certain target on a wall. So there's some level of movement, and even though the wall's not moving, you're moving, so that kind of adds that degree of difficulty. But yeah, just working on your different passes, your shovel pass, your baseball pass, your chest pass, your different bounce passes, behind the back passes. I mean, there's a ton of different ways you could chuck the rock to a teammate, right? So just a matter of thinking of the ones you're trying to develop. Start with your basics, though. Try not to get flashy right from the get-go. Get those down. And then, maybe from there, if you want to work on some more flashy stuff, start bringing that into the mix. And again, though, with that kind of stuff, you want to make sure you're using it in game situations where it makes sense, right? So the video I'm going to have on doing like flashy passes, they're actually very good passes in the right game situations. But if you're doing them in the wrong game situations, it's just going to look like you're showing off, and your coach is going to put you on the bench. One more question, okay? Shout out to you, Yanko N. There's your shout out, bro. Oh, here's a good one. It's a big one. What do you recommend drill wise with not watching the ball while working on dribbling? I have dribble goggles, but she still wants to cheat. Have you created a device that I can buy? I don't have a device that I've created for keeping your head up, but I do have an amazing video, and an amazing program. Not a device, but a program. Because here's the thing. When you put, I have some of those dribble goggles, and I do like them to some degree, but what I found is players kind of tend to go back to their old habits once they come off. Or they're just kind of uncomfortable and weird to wear, right? So what you really need to develop is the ball control and the habits without the goggles and all that to understand how to dribble the basketball without having to look down, right? And you could still use the goggles while you're doing these things, but you can also do them without. So some things that you would really want to focus on is high ball and hand time, and it's hard to explain on this video without showing you. What I would recommend you do is check out my video, why you look down when dribbling. So check that out. I got a YouTube video called Why You Look Down in Dribbling. That'll kind of give you step 1, but you wanted a link. So step 2 would actually be go to gethandles.com, pop in your email. I'll send you a free workout, and I'll also send you some tips that will give you a lot of secrets as far as why players tend to look down when they dribble. Okay, and those tips will help, number 1, help your daughter not look down when she's dribbling nearly as much. I mean, those tips she can put in today, and she'll be like, oh yeah, now that I have these tips, I don't need to look down. But number 2, after about 3-4 days, I'll email you an offer to get my ball on a string program. Hands down, my most valuable, popular results, for players program. I mean, testimonials galore. That program will really, 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 really help her a ton with not looking down when she dribbles, keeping her head up, getting control over the basketball, getting an arsenal of moves down. Closing your eyes or using a blindfold is good also. But again, there's parts of the mechanics your dribble mechanics that leads to it, that even if you close your eyes won't be developed. And that's a big thing that you want to do. The ordering info is not on the YouTube channel. The only way to get it is through my emails. So yeah, you'd want to go to gethandles.com though, get my free workout, and from there, I will send you the tips right there. And then after about 3-4 days, you'll get an offer to get ball on a string for a big discount, a limited time offer that I only give everyone once. So you want to check that out. And that program will help a ton with making sure, that she doesn't look down ever again, that she has control over the basketball no matter what, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That program is like 48 drills deep. And then there's some cool bonuses in there too that will just take her handles next level fast. It's got drills and workout. It's a workout that's unlike anything that I can guarantee she's done before. There's some classic drills mixed in with some kind of weird drills in certain order that will really help her improve. So hopefully that will help you a ton. What did I do? Last question. What did I do when I was young? When I was young, I sat the bench because I didn't practice enough. That's what I did. And I didn't practice the right things. You guys are lucky in today's day and age, because you got access to like coaches like me and other coaches online, and all these resources that I didn't have. Like when I was a kid, the internet wasn't even, I don't think it was even around. If it was really, really slow, and I was in the country, dial up, right? Internet. But when I was a kid, I didn't practice much. That helped. I always lowered a rim down and dunked on the rim. Okay. And once I got a little bit older, around high school age, that's when I started really focusing on my handles, and figuring out what I needed to work on, experimenting, trying different things, trying different moves. And that's where a lot of the stuff you guys are finding on my YouTube channels from that, and different resources I found throughout the years of what works. And I figured out a lot of stuff that doesn't work. And I always bring you guys the stuff that I found really helps. So that's what I've done growing up. It's a pretty vague answer, but this channel, and of course my programs and my email list, is the extra exclusive stuff. That's where I bring you guys all that stuff. So I'm gonna wrap it up, you guys. My voice is about gone. So thanks for hanging out. It was good to see you guys, good to hang out, and hopefully we'll do this again soon, maybe next week or a couple weeks. We'll see what happens. My schedule is kind of crazy right about now, but I'll try to get on here with you guys again if I can soon. It's always fun hanging out. I will talk to you soon.